Okay, so last time we left off in Vanadil and Jueno from Final Fantasy XI. So we're gonna continue on from 3 in the morning last night, or this morning, or whatever. Preach? Damn it all. Just when I thought things couldn't become more complicated, making sense of Alexandria was trouble enough, but now we have this Vanadil to deal with as well. I can only imagine how Preach and Alxel must be feeling. What do you do when your very existence is called into question? First he served that tyrant Zeralja, and now he would dare usurp the throne for this pale imitation of the Dawn Servant? Sniveling wretch. That world was called Vanadil. Alxel regards Preach with a pained look in his eyes. Try as I might, I can recall nothing of my past to refute Cyrilja's claims. Preach, on the other hand, seems to know everything of her past and who she is, yet to be told the memories of your life are not your own, I can only imagine how she must feel. Now's not the time to be disheartened, at least not here anyway. I wouldn't trust anything made by Cyrilja to be safe for long, or to remain functional. Let's return to Mamuk while we still can. My mother will want to know of what we've seen here. I'm glad to see you and Bakuljaja returned safely, and you've brought a new guest. There you are. I thought you should be the one to explain what happened out there in Yaktel. Not simply from another territory, but another world entirely? That explains much of the initial confusion between us. Hi, Aaron! My apologies for any trouble I may have caused, and thank you for taking me in. Different worlds, and yet we seem to have so much in common. I cannot help but wonder what it is that links the two together. What indeed? You mistook us for the Mamulja of your Vanadil when we first met. May I ask what they are like? Nothing at all like you and yours, even if they do bear a striking resemblance. There was a time when all the peoples of Vanadil, the Mamulja included, knew peace. But a tyrant possessed of a terrible power claimed rulership over the Mamulja and turned them against us. Before we realized it, we were at war. A tale similar to ours in a way. The rare few of us born with two heads grow to be immensely powerful. That power was used to justify our preeminence over all others. But that's not who we are anymore. We can be better than our forebears. We will be better. All of our hard work will be for nothing if Cirilja succeeds in seizing the throne. Well, you'll not want for aid in stopping him, I promised you that. Oh-ho, keen to lend a hand, are you? I don't need to know who I am to know the right thing to do. My blade is yours. On my honor as an adventurer of Vanadil, we will put an end to Cirilja's schemes. If she were here, I'm sure she'd have done the same. Right then. We can worry about whether or not I'm real another day. I'm not going to stand around and let this Cirilja piss all over the memories of my home. So you can count me in, too. Don't think you can forget about us. This all started in Yoctel, and we have a duty to keep our forest safe. Cirilja has left us without a trail to follow, but it's only a matter of time before he reveals himself to challenge Nosfe once more. If you're to be ready, I think it prudent the two of you learn more of our world. An excellent idea, brother. We should start with Tuliolo and see to our own preparations while we're there. If you would meet us at the dirigible landing, we will see Prish and Axel to Tuliolo. Ooh, she's cool. Wait, what am I doing? I think I can just teleport there. Hold on a second. Those balloon-powered airships are really something. I didn't expect the flight to be so smooth. So this is Tuliolo. Before I forget, I couldn't help but notice how much you seem to know about me. Is there anything else you remember? I'm afraid I don't, and as you don't recognize me either, perhaps we aren't acquaintances after all. What I know of you was likely overheard in a tavern somewhere, patrons sharing stories of your famed exploits. I see. Well, I'll leave it at that then. Now, where to begin? Brother, would it not be wise to first apprise the Landsguard of what's happened, or would you prefer another stern lecture from the Vow of Reason? Ugh, I'd sooner rip off our tail. Fine. Could you keep them occupied while we see to the Landsguard? Maybe take them to eat or something? I know. Take them to Aunt T's to sample our tacos. Here, for that first meal of yours we spoiled. And just so we're clear, we're not expecting to earn your forgiveness. No amount of good deeds will ever undo our past, but there's always time to build a better future. Well, that's cute. They really were douchey in the beginning. When you get there, tell her we sent you. She'll see that they're taken care of. I hope she might remember me, but she doesn't even seem to know me. Gods, who am I? Auntie's tacos, eh? Let me guess, they serve tacos? Oh, I can hardly wait. I ate tacos all the time back home. Though I suppose it wouldn't hurt to take a more scenic route. Maybe something along the way will help jog Axel's memories. Okay, where is the taco stand? I am confusion! What in Altana's name is that? Do people actually ride those things? Chocobos are the only beasts I've ever seen used for riding in Venediel. If they have any, I'd sure like to see them. Those creatures remind me of the chocobos in Venediel. To say we adventurers found them indispensable would be no exaggeration. From shore to shore, they were our faithful companions wheresoever the roads might lead us. I cannot say why, but I've remembered something looking out at the sand dunes. There was a man out on the docks who claimed he could teach me new battle arts, but he would only agree on the condition that I retrieve for him a damsfly worm, an apron, and a magic skull. I don't suppose you've met anyone on your travels who'd make such a queer request. Matoya? My home is surrounded by ocean too, you know. It has the most beautiful views on a clear day. Not without the occasional monster, though. It's nice being able to walk around like this without your guard up all the time. Am I close? I hope. I'm not even close. Oh no, wait, it's the red spot, I think. Okay. I'm going way off the mark. Walking the streets of an unfamiliar city, it feels like I'm back on another adventure. This is the place, right? I can smell the savory meats already. And you must be Aunt T. The cool Jaja recommended we sample your tacos, so we'll have 3 of your finest, please. The cool Jaja sent you, did he? Take a seat and I'll be right over with a tray of our world-famous fare. Tacos at long last. Oh, how I waited for this moment. Aww. I thought nothing could match the rich flavor of our tacos back home, but the spicy seasoning of this meat is something else. Eat as many as you'd like. This meal's on Bakul Jaja, so don't hold back. Karish has taken the lead, but we won't be outdone, surely. Phew, I couldn't eat another bite. Thanks for treating us. It was almost like a taste of home. Tavnasia. Tavnasia? Seeing as we still have a little extra time to ourselves, care to hear more about Vanadil? "20 years ago, the land was gripped by a terrible conflict, the Crystal War they called it, and it wasn't long before my home, Tavnasia, was drawn into the struggle. During their assault on the peninsula, the Beastmen launched a weapon so powerful it sundered the land connecting us to the mainland. Those who survived fled to the Tavnasian safehold. It wasn't much, but we were able to piece together a modest living down in those caves." Sorry, I'm spoiling the mood, aren't I? You're an adventurer too, aren't you? Have any tales of daring you can share with us? Oh, just a few. Traveling to other worlds and saving this one from the very embodiment of despair. Wait, really? You're not just an adventurer, you're a goddamn living legend? A hero and living legend. Sorry for the wait. There was much to apprise the Landsguard of, as you well know. That Sir Realjaw was behind the stolen relics and the sightings of Galul Jaja was understandably difficult for them to hear. And yet there are others enticed by the rumors of a strange portal in the woods. I've heard some foolhardy treasure seekers have even gone off looking for it. A dangerous thought, knowing Sir Realjaw could show up at any time with more of those echoes. Which is why I'm going back to Jueno to make sure our people stay out of there. If you're going, then so are we. It beats sitting around waiting. Maybe we should bring Wuklamat and the other friends of yours. Kryle, was it? I'm fairly sure I've had Tabnasian tacos before. They were famous for their heartiness and helped stave off fatigue, perfect for those who often found themselves on the defensive in battle. Gods, those tacos were bloody brilliant. There's nothing better than good food and good company to pass the time. Jueno. The cold Jaja is ready to return to Jueno. Would that we had time to show you more of Tuliolo, but we can't afford to have anyone wandering about in Jueno. Then let us make haste to Yoctel. Jeuno? Am I saying it wrong? Juno, Jeuno, Jueno? I guess I'll never know. It's hard to blame anyone for wanting to take a peek inside. I know I certainly would. The sooner we clear this place out, the better. I can only speak for myself, but the idea of running headlong through a mysterious rift to God knows where in search of treasure seems absurd. Tural has no shortage of legends like the City of Gold to inspire would-be treasure seekers. No risk is too great if they believe their dreams can be realized. Efforts better spent on a more honest living, I'd say. Walking the noble path like you, brother. In any case, whoever we find in there, we have to get them out, quickly. I realize how preposterous it seems, but none of this is real. A Mamulja by the name of Surrealja created this place. And what if one of those weird shadow things decides to gobble you up? The city's not all what it should be, what I wouldn't give for a drink right about now. We don't mean to threaten you, but you need to leave at once. This place is more dangerous than it looks. Never seen a city like this in Tyrol before. dangerous, you say. Perhaps I should hold off on surveying further then. What a shame. I happened upon a rather curious stone I hoped to take with me, but it was stolen by some Tonawatan brute. Without knowing the value of that stone, I can't say it's worth giving chase, but he ran off to the south if you mean to go after them. I'll be leaving now. If it's truly as dangerous as you say, I hope you'll be leaving soon as well. When I jumped through that rift, I was expecting a dungeon or maybe a labyrinth, not whatever all this is. It's dangerous and I need to leave? Don't make me laugh. Not long ago, I heard someone crowing in the streets about some rare stone they found. Something like that could be worth a fortune. I'm not going anywhere if there's riches just lying around for the taking. Suit yourself, you're gonna get in trouble. Tonawatan chief. Thief? Tonawatan thief. You came looking for some fancy trinkets too? Trinkets? Trinkets? Ah, I can't talk. You came looking for some fancy trinkets too. Why can I not say that word? Whatever. We'll feast your eyes on this. Fancy thingies, fancy baubles, fancy jewelry. The soul right there. We spoke with anyone who would listen, though a few were too stubborn to heed our warnings. A block of raw electro? But how? I take it you're the one that found this? I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave with that stone. It's too dangerous. You expect me to just hand it over? Bah, this isn't Toliolo. You have no authority here. I found it and I'm keeping it. This is for your own good. Put the stone down and walk away or else. Careful, brother. Lay a hand on him and the vow of resolve will never let us hear the end of it. Ugh, we've already in her debt as it is. Fine. You've come here to make your fortune, yes? Then let me pay you for it. That would certainly save me the trouble of finding a suitable buyer, but don't expect me to let it go for cheap. We couldn't help but overhear you're selling an artifact found in these ruins. Whatever this gentleman's willing to pay, I assure you I can pay more. Great, just what we needed. What do you suppose we do now? Explaining the circumstances surrounding this place would likely take more time than we can afford. Ah, of course. Why not hold an auction for the stone? An auction? That would certainly simplify matters. It would save you the trouble of bargaining with all interested parties separately and incentivize them to pay you handsomely, lest they outbid. Fine by me, but I'll only be accepting payment in gil. This money will be taking me overseas, where I can finally live the life I've always wanted. An auction should hopefully make things easier for Vakul Jaja, assuming he can outbid his competition, of course. Let's hold the auction already and get this over with. I'm guessing Alxa was inspired by the nearby auction house. Still, that was quick thinking. My work has been turning a tidy profit these days, so I've coined to spare. Hello! How are you doing? I'll offer up every last guild to my name if I have to. That stone will be mine. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending Duty Finder registrations. Let's go! It's my bun bun, come back! I am returned. I'm addicted again. If I may have your opening bids. Can you handle the bidding? We don't have much experience with auctions, but we do have coin you can use. Around 1 million gil saved up from our work with the Landsguard. Hopefully that will be enough. Upon speaking with the Tanawatan thief, the auction will begin. You may also first speak with other prospective buyers to receive hints regarding their potential bids. Oh, I'm gonna mess this up. I just know it. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Foreign merchants relieved me. I can't talk. Relieved me of my stock a few moons past, and it's a good thing they did. 1,500,000 gil, and I was forced to spend half of it preparations for this Okay, that's a lot. We probably don't have enough money then. I've no time for the back and forth of this bargaining nonsense. All I need is one bid to win that stone. While it's imperative that we recover the electrope, it wouldn't do to show your hand too early. Better to be conservative with your bids, staying just ahead of the competition. Damn, I wish I had money to join in. Seems like fun. Okay, none of this is helpful, like, at all. Let's go. So what's your offer? The auction has begun. Outbid your competitors for the electrope while conserving your capital. Right then, how much will you start with? Can I just go all in? It's not my $1 million. 500,000. 1 million gil. His face. My savings, did you really have to spend all of it? I foresee many nights of plain tortillas in our future, brother. This looks to be all of it. The stone is yours. That nipped that in the bud. I mean, I'm sure that was probably going to be a fun back and forth, but nah, it's not my money. That was more expensive than I would have liked, but nothing a few hunt bills can't make up for, I hope. Good thing you don't have child support, buddy. As fun as that looked, I'm sure I would have made a mess of things if that were me. I tend to get a little carried away under pressure. And I don't. Well done, friend. Now let's have a look at that electrope. All this for a cube. It's not worth it. Gah, this presence, it feels familiar. The Shadow Lord. There's no mistaking that deep and bitter malice. This stone must have served as the heart of the Shadow Lord's echo. He was a being of pure hatred, responsible for bringing about the Crystal War. I was part of the company that would eventually bring his reign of terror to an end. You helped defeat the Shadow Lord? Meaning Axel must have been there with her, but I don't remember ever hearing about that. In any case, I'll hold on to the electrope. We should hurry back and speak with the Landsguard. I do kind of regret spending his million. I feel mean for that, but it was quick. Excuse me, but were you speaking of the Shadow Lord just now? If there's more you wish to know, perhaps I can be of help. I've heard a great many tales of the fiend from the bards who frequent the taverns here in Juno. Juno? Juno. I'm just going to call it Juno. I've been waiting over yonder near the fountain for my companions to arrive, but you're welcome to speak with me until they do. A most welcome offer, though there is much to be said for a first-hand encounter with the echo in question. Perhaps we can revisit these tales another time, after we've made certain no more treasure hunters can readily gain entry. Let's return to Toliolo and speak with the Landsguard. Nosfe, come and meet us at the Bright Plume Post. Ah, there you are. If you've any burning questions about this place or anything else in Venedil, I should be happy to answer them. Tell me about yourself. Me? I'm no adventurer of any particular renown, if that's what you were expecting. Just a man come from Bastok, looking to see more of the world. While I lack in fame, I make up for it with the strength of numbers. I've no shortage of friends willing to accompany me in pursuit of riches should I reach out via Link Pearl. The armor I wear is proof of our accomplishments, salvaged from the depths of the Alzadal undersea ruins. That said, I treasure my time with them more than any trinket or bauble we've unearthed on our travels together. You understand, surely? The great dragon that slumbers in the depths of the Boyata tree? Yes, I know of it, as does anyone who would dare venture into Zeta. Stories of a great hero who did battle with the dragon, their harrowing encounter concluding with a strike at its heart with the fabled blade Verdil. If only they hadn't missed their mark. The blade is said to remain nestled in the beast's bosom even to this day. To survive such a blow and live for all these years bespeaks a strength I struggle to imagine. And yet the tales of its might have not deterred the brave and foolhardy from venturing in the tree. Hopeful they can slay Fafnir and claim its spoils. You have reached Dragon's Eyrie and live to tell the tale. Oh, they look cool. I've heard stories of the 5 warriors clad in black. If the fates are kind, I will never have the poor fortune to cross paths with them. They were not born, but forged from crystal, assuming the legends are true. The dawn goddess, Altana, wept 5 tears that gave birth to the 5 races. Hume, Elvan, Tarutaru, Mithra, and Gulka. The archangels are said to be the embodiment of their sins. Apathy, arrogance, cowardice, envy, rage, the darkness that lurks within us all. No one is certain why they were created. The prevailing theory is they served as guardians of some ancient paradise. The great darkness of the Northlands, hatred made manifest. There's not a soul in all of Venedil who doesn't know of the Shadow Lord. His sole desire was to bring about the extinction of Altana's children, and so he rallied together the Beastmen, inciting what came to be known as the Crystal War. The Beastmen's assault was merciless, and it was not long before Bastok, Sandoria, and Windurst were brought to their knees. It was only after Archduke Kamlanat convinced them to join forces with the Grand Duchy of Juno that they gained the momentum needed to push back. United as the Alliance of Altana, they would eventually drive the Beastmen back from their lands, and soon found themselves going on the offensive in Sharkabard? The Alliance proved victorious in the end, but not without a great many sacrifices. Peace had been restored to Vana'diel for a time at least. The Shadow Lord was somehow resurrected 20 years later, but thankfully he was slain before the Beastmen could be emboldened to take arms a second time. There is much speculation as to his origin. Most believe he was once a Gulka, if you can believe it. He was betrayed by one of his companions, mortally wounded and left to die. A dear friend of his was also said to have been cut down in the altercation. He succumbed to his wounds, but his rage and despair would remain, giving life to the Shadow Lord. If what you say is true, and he has returned once more, perhaps the flames of his hatred can never truly be extinguished. I was hoping a few of the Landsguard would be here already. The Landsguard all appear to be well trained and well armed. I dare say they would be a match even for our soldiers back home. Once again, we're left with nothing but time on our hands with until Cyrilja shows himself. I suppose there's no shortage of work to be done if we ask the Landsguard. You may be better served exploring Tural, familiarizing yourself with the land. It wouldn't do to find yourself lost when you're needed most. An honest-to-God's adventure. What a great idea. You're coming with me, Axel, and don't you dare say you're not interested. Any self-respecting adventurer would jump at the chance like this. I'll not deny the suggestion piques my interest. We warn you now, though, the wilds of Tural are rife with danger. It is no place for the unprepared. I welcome the challenge. I can hardly count the number of times Vana'diel's been visited by some world-ending calamity, but no matter how dire things may have seemed, we always found a way through, together. This'll be no different, I'm sure of it. There's nothing we can't do as long as we have each other. A band of adventurers barely met, united in the face of great peril, just like old times. Are adventurers always so sentimental? Yes. Is that so terrible a thing? Ah, here he is. The moment we learn anything about Cyrilja's movements, I've asked him to contact you. I need the glasses. The glasses are uncomfortable, but I need the glasses, or else they're really uncomfortable. I can't win. I'm blind or uncomfortable. There is no in between. I'm gonna take them off again. Meanwhile, in the echo of Tulia. Soon we will slaughter them all. Is that not so, Cirilja? Soon, my dawn servant, very soon. Then there shall be none to stop you from taking your rightful place on the throne. Oh, sleepy. How fortunate for me he lacks the wisdom of the true dawn servant. But if he will be made fit to rule, I must choose from the echoes carefully. The Shadow Lord showed promise, but Vanadil is a land of rich history. I needn't settle for those who are but a blink of an eye in the annals of history. With the strength of the ancients, I will bring Tyrol, no, the whole world, to its knees. Why is Bro just standing there? I am looking respectfully. We've yet to hear any word of Cirilja's whereabouts. Rest assured, you will know and be the first. You will be the first to know should we learn anything. I swear I think I'm dyslexic. I really do. Peace was a privilege I took for granted. After that attack, I realized it's something we must earn, all of us working together. You are returned, and with nary a needle to be seen. I experienced them firsthand myself. The pain was simply indescribable. That said, once it subsided, I was surprised to find that the lower back pain, which had ailed me for years, had completely vanished. Now tell me of your expedition. I wish to hear everything. What did you see? What was hidden deep within those ruins? He got free acupuncture. I see. How truly remarkable to think that the structures of a separate civilization lie in the depths of the Yokoi ruins, and that at the deepest point, a great serpentine creature awaited. This is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a significant discovery regarding Jacques Tyrol's history. Tell me, what thoughts have you concerning the valley's depths? I dare say the ruins predate the Yakoi. It reminded me of the ancient Runken ruins I saw in another world. Seemed special, I guess? I've no doubt there were many gospels that foretold of the great serpent's majesty. You know of the legendary inscription said to be writ by an illustrious Yakoi of Eld? I am most impressed. I've yet to fully decipher them, but if the creatures described in chapter 56, verse 3, is in fact the great serpent, this is a most intriguing discovery indeed. Based on your descriptions, it is likely that the ancient Yakoi simultaneously feared and revered this serpent of unfathomable power, and after encountering it, constructed the temples to conceal it from the world. This may be the final element which proves my life's work, a theory, the eerie resemblance of the reflection civilizations. In my capacity as a professor of the studium, I've taken the liberty of reading the Scion's report concerning the source, its reflections, and the civilizations therein for myself. Their findings indicate that the sundering diminished mankind's intelligence to that of beasts. The flourishing civilization of the ancients was forgotten, and the peoples of each reflection set out on separate paths, forging disparate civilizations of their own. Yet can we say that these civilizations... I can't talk! Yet can we say that these civilizations, worlds apart, are truly so different? If we all came from one shared ancient heritage, would it not be natural that the development of each society and culture bear similarities to one another? What I am trying to say is that it is entirely possible a society which predates the Yakoi and bears similarities to ancient Runka once existed in the source. Naturally, it is necessary to conduct further research regarding how twin civilizations born in two separate worlds developed under entirely different environments. Nevertheless, your discovery today has provided further proof of the plausibility of my theory. On that subject, I would ask you to join me on another adventure, one markedly less fraught with danger. As one who has traversed beyond the rift to the first, your knowledge and insight concerning ancient Ronka are invaluable. I would journey to Warlord's Echo and speak with a chronicler of the Yakoi, that I may learn of their legends. Who knows, we may just discover some striking parallels to the culture of ancient Ronka. He's told me of his request, and I hope that I'm able to be of some help. I don't know how you say that name. Zesihan? I am pleased to see you made it, Nosfe. I came by alpaca, and for a blessing felt no pain in my lower back the entire ride. Perhaps the medicinal applications of sabotinger needles is a field deserving of further study. Ahem! A subject for another time, perhaps. The personage before us is the self-same individual who informed me that Yakoi ruins may exist in Shalauni? They looked after me when I came here previously to conduct field work, and are an extraordinarily erudite individual, well versed in ancient legends. Tell me, my friend, based on what I've shared with you, were you able to find any commonalities between the legends of your people and the ruins we discovered in Jacques Tirol? Excluding those concerning disease, precious few stories of our ancestors who traversed north have been passed down. But for the valiant warrior who brought the sky ruin low, I would share with you a story regarding the great serpent, one we normally would not disclose to outsiders. Please follow me to the indelible passage. The mural shall explain all. A legend concerning the great serpent is hidden within this mural. Pray gaze upon it carefully as I weave for you an ancient tale. Long, long ago, a sect of our ancestors forged north. There, deep within a valley, they discovered the remains of an ancient temple. Its inhabitants had long perished, and the purpose for which the structure existed was itself an enigma. Yet when our forebears finally delved into its furthest recesses, they discovered a great serpent deep in slumber. It should be noted our people revere serpents as divine creatures who govern the boundary between worlds. To behold one of such immense power dormant there within the ruins, they believed it best to build a temple around its chambers and offer prayers for its divine protection. Yet in the ensuing years our people were plagued by disease. Time and again our ancestors offered supplications for divine assistance, but no matter how fervent their prayers, the great serpent never deigned to answer them. In the end, a great many of our forebears withdrew from the northern lands. Only the most devout worshippers of the great serpent remained, but they too would eventually withdraw in a somber procession, having buried too many brothers and sisters. The sect who remained prayed for the great serpent's awakening. They prayed for a salvation that would never come. Yet why should it awaken now, and what incited its aggression? Was it simply by chance that it roused in so foul a mood, or is there perhaps some underlying reason we've yet to uncover? The devout who held vigil of the temple held this belief: when the great serpent doth awaken, its coil shall envelop the world. In other words, the creature's discovery was itself a pretext to legitimize their territorial expansion north. Yet their prayers fell on deaf ears. Only now, before our benefactor, has the great serpent finally awoken, a peculiar but altogether fascinating turn of events. If the being you encountered truly was divine, mayhap it is you who shall receive its blessing. If we consider that our friend here, a traveler capable of crossing the rift twixt worlds, was blessed by a being who governs that boundary, would that not fit the interpretation held by the sect who remained? At any rate, Noseface's testimony and the legends of the Yokoi shall go a long way in verifying my theory. If I can gather sufficient evidence that these two civilizations worlds apart share fundamental values and prove my thesis, our outlook on history shall be irrevocably changed. Mayhap even an entire new field of study shall be pioneered. Does the inception of civilization and its infancy bear similarities in each reflection? Was there some localized connection between them, such as a planar fissure? Or perhaps there was some all-powerful keeper of whispers peering through the veil? Just thinking about what it is that connects us across the rift gets my heart racing. This guy talks too much, man. I certainly have my work cut out for me, and now that you've made the ruins safe, I may resume my expedition and perhaps more importantly continue writing my thesis. Master Chronicler Nosfe, I cannot thank either of you enough for your cooperation this day. I know not where my research will take me, but I have no doubt my pursuit of the mysterious and miraculous will see us across paths again. That was awkward. He just turned, stared, walked away. It's like, okay, buddy, bye-bye. I feel like the running joke with the little serpent is that it's going to grow up to be really big and it. It's, I know I have the minion for it somewhere. There it is. This is like the baby. Hey, hey! The great serpent of Ranka. This creature Quinfort insists, is none other than the all-seeing, all-powerful Great Serpent of Ronka, though its wobbly girth may deceive the eye, that is, presumably, a mere mark of the serpent's mercy, for its true form would be too terrible for mortal minds to comprehend. Yeah, I think it has a true form. And then here's the, I don't know, Lunar New Year, I think it was? Yeah. I think there's another version of it too. Like, I got 3 different forms of it. But I feel like later in the story, they're gonna do something huge with that. Because they keep joking about it, and they're like, oh, he's a big scary serpent, when he's really, like, tiny and cute. So I think he's gonna grow up and be terrifying. I swear I thought I had a 3rd one, but I guess not. Okay, what else do I have? To steal a still hog. What's the thumbnail? What's the thumbnail? How do I look? How do I look? Now I'm nervous. What's the thumbnail? What does it say? In the end, a great many souls of our forebears. Huh. What's it look like on your screen? Because on mine it's just a bunch of text. Oh god, I'm scared. Alright, hold on. Let me click. Reminds me of the ancient... Oh, that's so weird. It looks different on mine. Alright. So what I've been doing is changing the thumbnails to my characters from the book I wrote, Let Me Go. So if you look at the last 2 live streams, the one that was 7 hours was Delia Rose Quartz Crown, and the one I did last night at 3 in the morning, I put Casterly Nakahoshi, which is my main character, and like every time I upload something, I'm just going to use thumbnails of how they look. Like I created, what do you call it? Character save data or something where you can actually see what they look like. I'd show you, but I don't know if it'll let me show you like the front screen or not. It usually cuts me off before I can show anybody what things look like, so I was thinking about just posting it as a video. I'm getting kind of bored though. I think I might play something else. Yeah, like it's like character presets, save data. But every time I would try to create the character, it would tell me that my PS5 was overheating. And I took it apart and I cleaned it really, really well. And I found out that it's just because Final Fantasy XIV is so beautiful right now. And they just updated all the graphics that my PS5 will melt if I play it for too long. Every other game I play is absolutely fine. But just not this one. Oh, did you? Yeah, I stayed up all night because I went to bed early and I woke up at like 1 o'clock and I was like, fuck it, I'm staying on. It really has. It really has. And it was only when I went into the hair settings, everything would be fine. When I did their eyes and their faces and everything else, it was fine. The minute I opened the hair, it would just, my whole entire PS5 would start making that like really loud fan noise like a motorcycle, and it would be like vrrr, and then and then it just said it was like it's overheating and you're gonna explode if you don't, and it would shut itself down automatically. It didn't give me the option. It shut down 5 times in a row. So I made 5 characters. I made Casterlyn, I made Delia, I made Carnelian, I made Haru, I made Redrick, and I really want to show you. Let me see if I can show you actually. If it goes blank for a second, I'm still here. I'm just trying to see if it'll show. I really want it to show because I'm so proud of my characters. Nope, I think it's just a pause screen. That's bullshit. And if I go back to the front screen, it'll just show me the exact same. I don't know why it does that. It's not fair. I guess it's like a privacy setting, but it's stupid. See? And as soon as I go back to the game, it shows. That's so stupid. Alright, yes, I met the Mamolja girl you're after. She was looking for a tall, thin man, some sort of thief apparently. It sounded a bit like the leader of a gang of bandits that lurks around Virjalda? I can't say these words, man. So I told her as much. Chances are that's where she's headed. I hope she stays out of trouble. Menu is technically, yeah, I mean, it is, but it's just, like, it's just my characters I created. But yeah, I'll upload a video separately that just says, this is what my Let Me Go characters look like. There are some characters that I wanted to create, but I'm scared it'll melt my PS5, so I can't. There's a character, and I can't remember if it was Cornelian's dad or Delia's dad, but he was called Wildman, and he was based on, I think it was Azurite. Like, all the characters are named after gemstones, like rose quartz and merlinite and selenite, so everybody's hair color and eye color matched whatever they were based on. Like Emerald was, you know, green hair with green eyes, and it looks really pretty in my head. But thanks to my PS5 being absolute shite, I can't show you anything. And I was trying to create like what they would look like as little kids, because the two characters are 14 and 6 at the beginning of the story. Well, you know how they make everybody look overly sexy. Like, the best I could do was just adult versions of the characters. They're really pretty though. No, because I figure it's just because I got one of the earliest PS5s, like when they first released. And it's probably my fault for getting, you know, I should have waited for another prototype later on. And it's just this one game, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I mean, I'm not going to complain. The graphics are gorgeous, so I'm good. As long as I don't go into the character creation, I'm okay. Like I said, I streamed for 7 hours straight, and it didn't say anything about overheating, so it's just kind of silly, I think. I'm a Mulja, you say. As it happened, she came over while I was cleaning the cannons. She showed me an empty Arak bottle and said she was looking for the bloke it had belonged to. Thing is, that brand's found all over Alamigo, so I wasn't able to help narrow down her search. And I bet Mortal Kombat has like really high graphics too. It's nice that they're upgrading the games, but they've got to upgrade the software to go along with it. Otherwise, it's like, wow, I wasted, you know, $600 or however much it was. Oh, I forgot about the lamias! Okay, so my character is a lamia with white everything and like mint green eyes, and I think it was red. Yeah, red pupils, mint green eyes, mint green hair, and white feathers, and a snake body. And she looks kind of like these things, but she's like half bird, half snake. Watching gameplay of Kirby 64 and seeing Kirby's unchanging expression while he just flings around a sword twice his size is kind of terrifying. Kirby don't give a shit. He'll kill anything in his path. Issue was the liquid metal was starting to... Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. So maybe I will look into it. Would they provide a backup if it was messed up? What am I doing? Yes, I saw a Mamulja on my patrols, but he carried an enormous axe. Not all like the person you describe. How did I end up at Ralger's Reach anyway? Or the Fringes or whatever. I don't even remember what I was doing. I don't know if I played 64. I'm I'm so old. I played the old SNES Duck Hunt games with like the orange gun and old Mario Brothers, like the first SNES game when I was like 6. Console is damaged. Pretty sure that's covered over console warranty, but from what you told me, they took it apart and reapplied the film? The film? That's why not make it a little safer maybe so that it doesn't leak? But if they make a faulty product, then you have to buy another one and then they get double the money, and that actually makes a lot of sense if you're corrupt. I'm not saying Sony's corrupt or money hungry, but I mean, you know. Waylaid merchant. Ouch. Here, let me apply some of this ointment. It's a common remedy where I come from. Oh, are you here to lend a hand? This poor soul was attacked by highwaymen, and I could use the help tending to his wounds. Don't worry about me. It's my escort who's in trouble. He's in pursuit of the thieves, and I fear he's bitten off more than he can chew. Please, will you aid him? I guess. That might be part of it. I have to put a fan on it, though, for it to stop overheating. Like, I've checked every aspect of it, and I don't know what it is. You thieving bastards. Oh, they look cool. What? But how? Behold, my thingy-majig. Nothing like a bit of divine intervention to tip the scales in my favor. With this artifact in my hands, I am invincible. Another one, eh? Not that it matters. Kakulja, it's time you earned your coin. I appreciate the assistance, but he wasn't joking about divine intervention. About to take me down a furry. Or scaly. Some strange force pushed me away. I can't even get near them. I say with my giant bunny ears, as if I'm not half furry myself. Whatever it is, I'll probably end up getting a new PS5 eventually, but by the time I do, they'll be like, hey, PS6 is out. The Steel Hog vessel, return it at once, and the stolen goods too. You followed me all the way here from your backwater village. Alas, your journey has been for naught. The vessel is mine. I, Shafurmanimmerner, will make better use of the artifact than you and your ilk ever could. By the might bestowed upon me, I will become savior to the oppressed and destitute. In light of my grand ambitions, the vessel's power would be wasted on the likes of you. If you cannot hunt without it, might I suggest a change of diet? I hear the acorns are delicious at this time of year. Oh, I can't do it. I'm rusty. Oh, damn it all, I was so close. But now is not the time for regrets. These two are in need of healers. I'll see them safely to Relga's reach. Does it? I can't do it. I can't do it well, but I can do it. Would you mind meeting us there? Once their injuries have been treated, we'd better tell the resistance soldiers what happened. I'm so ready to switch to a different game now. I think I got all the main stuff done and I'm getting bored. They just released the patch and I got through it in 7 hours. That's my own stupidity. Like, if I'd have just done like an hour a day, that's a whole week of gameplay. But no, not me. I'm a glutton. I don't know when to stop. And when I woke up, my eyes were like bloodshot red, dude. Did you play Nikki yet? Have you seen the Chihuahua Nikki? The guy that goes, Nikki, Nikki, Nikki. She's a little bitey Chihuahua. Please look up Nikki the Chihuahua. It's spelled Nikki. The what? She's a little bitey white Chihuahua. She's the cutest Chihuahua in the world, but she hates being coochie coochie cooed. That's the thing. Yeah, I binged the game completely in one night. I thought I could handle whatever ruffians the desert might throw at us. Some escort I turned out to be. Yeah, her name, he goes, Nikki, 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 Nikki. It's so cute. I think he's hit like 1 million subs. Well, I'm glad we made it to safety without any more trouble. Those bandits wouldn't dare step foot in this place. How rude of me. I never asked your name, or how you chanced to cross us for that matter. I'm a stalker, you see? You came all the way from Tiliolo at grandfather's behest? I can't tell you how grateful I am. As for the highwaymen, they possess the Steel Hog vessel, a treasure from my village. Not only does it grant protection from harm, it also produces a potent blast when the barrier is dispelled. As long as our enemies have the vessel, attacks at close quarters will be extremely risky. Although, as we say in my village, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. Knowing this, we are careful not to rely too heavily on its power. But now that the Steelhog vessel has been stolen, the selfsame power is being turned against innocent people such as yourselves. I only hope you can forgive me for allowing this to happen. There's nothing to forgive. If anything, we should thank you for coming to our aid. The Shmirmaniminiha and his lackeys have a lot to answer for. Indeed, we'll give the resistance our testimonies, and with any luck, the information will go some way to clapping those bandits' cheeks. I mean, into iron bars. Iron handcuffs? I'll go with you. The soldiers here need to be warned about the vessel. No, leave that to us. We'll relay what you've told us, word for word. After all, you'll need to move quickly to have any chance of getting your artifact back. When you catch those robbers, give them one from me. Ayo, you didn't hear that. Freudian slip. Oh my god. How about you, Nosfe? I hope I can count on you to be there for whatever else comes next. I knew it. I sense you're eager to get started, but I need time to plan our next move. Bandits aren't known for being found easily. I was surprised to see a fellow Mamolja among them. I can't imagine why that Kakulja would work for Shmermanamana. That's my safe word. My safe word is Shmermanamana. All people. Oh no, there's more to the quest. Do I want to keep playing or do I want to play something else? It's between... I almost want to download Wuwa and get rid of Honkai because I'm feeling it. And I haven't been on Genshin in a while, but to change everything to Chinese. And I like Nikki, but I don't understand what the story is. Like, I have no idea what's going on. So what do you guys think? Should I play Honkai? Should I play Genshin? Should I play Nikki? Or should I play something completely different? Ooh, I forgot how pretty it was in this area. Look at those falls. I'll give you a good if you give me an answer. I'm really tempted to just delete a lot of the games I have and start trying to find like brand new things I've never played before. I was going to download MapleStory last night and play it on my computer, but it's 46 gigabytes big, which is a big far cry from when I was 12 years old, and it was only 512 megabytes to play. Just really chill and cozy. See, I don't like cozy games. I like to murder shit. It's fun. If I can't hack and slash, I guess I could try to do Lords of the Fallen again. Or Crystar. I haven't played Crystar in a while. Fashion mood or simping. I mean, I'll simp for everybody. It doesn't matter. Simping is good. Simping is always good. Bandits. Well, I better start this quest. That way I have it before. I really, like, I tried to like them when I was little, but I'm just like, why would I buy a game to do chores when I could just go vacuum and plant sunflowers in my backyard? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not a cozy gamer. No, Svei, I heard something that might help us. One of the soldiers has been contending with the same bandits who stole the vessel. I'll go and find him. Give me a moment, would you? Yeah, at least you can make it nice however you want it. I'm just not big on decorating games and stuff like that. Well, I guess I kind of like decorating the house in this game. Sorry to keep you waiting. When she told me she'd been sent an assistant, I never would have guessed it'd be the savior of All Amigo herself. You're something of a local celebrity, I take it. Oh, you know, I just saved the world a few times and stuff, no big deal. I'd love to hear more about that, but for now, let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Should I delete Honkai and download Wuwa, maybe? I can't tell. I can't decide. Power Wash Sim. Yes, quite. The bandits you've been chasing are behind a spate of a recent incident in Alamigo. Look, it's Shmurmanamana. What's more, it appears that Shmurmanamana is part of a larger network known as the Passage of the Unbound, which is spreading its mayhem far and wide. In particular, they've been carrying out raids on trade caravans heading here from Gardania. We've increased patrols along that route, but the bastards strike so quickly that they've usually made good their escape by the time aid arrives. On the rare occasions we've caught them in the act, they use some kind of device or magic object to deflect our arrows and send us sprawling. Supermarket together? I mean, I guess. It looks cute when you guys do it. That's the Steelhawk vessel. It was stolen from my village, you see. I'm sorry for all the trouble it's caused. The one who took it, Shmurganurbanurmaher, said something about using its power to help the oppressed and destitute. What do you think he meant by that? Okay, I gotta look at his name. Is it Sheltifight? Chanteclair? I'm gonna say Sheltifight. Oh, see, I like that. I like that idea. I like violence in my games. That sounds familiar. The reports say that thieves were shouting something along those lines during the other raids. They claim the merchants are overworking and underpaying their laborers and therefore deserve to be targeted. I don't see how stealing a bunch of goods helps the workers, and there's not a shred of evidence that anyone is being exploited. If you ask me, they're just in it for the money. In any case, their reasons won't matter a jot once they're behind bars. But for that, we'll have to catch them first. The most recent incident occurred near Porta Pretoria, one of the waypoints on the road to the palace. If you want to know more, you'd best hear it straight from the commander there. Anyway, I'll send word ahead to let her know you're coming, assuming you are, that is. Yes, of course, much appreciated. This sounds like a promising lead. The soldiers here were good enough to explain the lie of the land around here, so I shouldn't have any trouble making the journey by myself. I'll see you there. No, you won't, because I'm gonna play a different game. I don't know. I'm trying to decide between Honkai and Genshin, but I haven't been on Genshin in so long, I don't remember the story. I just remember that I was like in the middle of Mavuika's stuff, and then someone actually spoiled the ending of the Archon story for her, so I was like, oh, well, since I already know what's gonna happen, meh. You know what I mean? Have you actually gotten out of Fontaine yet, or are you still in Fontaine? Chocobos! Such pretty chocobos. Okay, do I have chocobos? I thought I did. I swear I thought I did. That's so weird. You never started Fontaine? What have you been doing? Just collecting for Hottie McHot-Hots? Where's my burb? I know I have a burb in here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hold on just a second. I gotta mute myself. Okay, I'm back. I had to get a phone card. I didn't realize my phone was up in like 5 days. And she called to the door and she's like, I won't say anything bad on your stream, I promise. And then I muted it and she goes, D's nuts! And I'm like, see, this is why I have to mute myself. Like I don't say it every 5 seconds anyway. Between the disappointment with the Natlands launch and all the strike stuff, I'm just kinda, need something to fill the void. No, me too, I totally get that, I just switched everything over to Chinese, and I'm like, you know what? It's not Hoyo's fault that Americans are greedy. So, like, oh, I forgot I put this outfit on. Oh, it's so cute! I've said a lot worse than these nuts. That's true. But we don't talk about Bruno. Let's see what she looks like flying. Oh, I guess you can't fly in this area. Well, dang. Wait, is that a human playing around? Where'd they go? Sponge cake. But does Sponge Cake got that cake, though? Oh, that's so pretty! Alright, don't judge me. I must zoom in, because reasons. Uh-oh. Spotted! Don't call the police, sir. I'm not a stalker, I swear. He's like, nope. Alright, before I log out, I'm gonna check everything and see if I made any money at all. No money. That sucks. Caught in 4K. I can't help it! There, officer, the bunny girl in bright red that you just can't miss. On the glowing gerbil. I'm like, no, you'll never catch me alive, officer. Trying to hide in this would be hilarious. Let me see if I can hide behind this pillar, just in case the cops come. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. Okay. do think Genshin in Chinese is adorable, though. I will give it that. I will say this, though. Boot Hill in any language other than English is just not the same. I love Booty, but he's best in English. Like, he's super chill in Chinese, super cute in Japanese, and just everything I've ever wanted in a man in the English version. Like, if I ever meet my soulmate, that's how his voice sounds. Son of a nice lady, right? Okay, I'm gonna log out and try to find something else. I don't know if it's gonna be... I'm tempted to delete everything and just download Fortnite of all things, but that's like 100 gigabytes big. I believe the one dude from Genshin is the same VA. Wait, who? Who is? Tell me the story, I'm lost. I've probably heard this before and then forgot it or something, maybe? Oh, also, check out my Easter egg, my Easter umbrella parasol thingy that I got. It's got a little chocobo on the top. He's the same VA for Boot Hill? What? Carrie Bear's dad. What's his name? Andrew Russell? Oh, that's awesome! So far, I don't think he's part of the strike, or if he is, he's doing the right thing and just not saying anything, so good on him, bro. But yeah, I was really all for it. I was like, you know, I like AI, but if you don't like it and people are threatened by it, that's fine, you know? But being mean to your fans is where I draw the line. 'Cause, like, you're talented and you're awesome without fans, but with fans, you're a professional, you're a voice actor, you know? The fans are kind of your everything. So to be mean to your fans is just kind of painful. I don't think I ever did like an appreciation thing for the people that play my pinball game, but I would be like, thank you so much for listening to me. I need to have like a big celebration video and be like, if I ever crash out, I apologize, but I love you guys. When the hell did people start using that term all this? Like, I never heard the word crash out until like a month ago or 2 months ago, and then all of a sudden everybody says it. Have you ever heard that word before, or that phrase before, like 2 months ago? Where did it come from? Why did it stick? It's like an instant meme, I guess. Like, I even heard older people saying it within the last, like, 6 months. Yeah! I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, who the hell... I guess it's like when colloquial changes, like groovy and far out fade away, and then... I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. I don't know when it started, but I love it. I feel it in my soul. Yeah, bro, don't crash out. Like, it's just, it's a really good phrase. It works for so many different situations, too. This does not look okay. Especially when she's going up the stairs. Not gonna lie, I don't like crash out because it makes me think cash out, which for my fight game, code brain means in the damn combo. It's giving is just the current generation's version of I can't even. Yeah, that's true. But think about how old I am that I've heard so many different weird little colloquial what do you call it? Like weird phrases like that. Imagine if you were like 120, how many different stupid slangs like haxers and leet and I guess OMG is like one of the mainstays that have been around since the beginning of the internet. Like OMG. But yeah, crash out came out of nowhere and I was like, am I like freaking out, or I've never heard this before, and everybody and their grandma is using this term. Man, I want to get up there. I thought I could jump up there, but I guess not. Oh well. I was trying to show off the scenery, but I can't do it. Can I swim? I don't remember how to swim. Guess not. still can't decide what to play. Maybe I'll do Crystar, because Crystar is like super, super different. And YouTube doesn't have a fit about it, I guess? But you know the game I really, really want to play, but they won't let me because it's only for PS4 and I might just have to plug in my PS4, is Dragon's Crown. I love Dragon's Crown. It's so good. Alright, I shall return. Come back when I come back, please. Otherwise, I will be sad and lonely. Bye.